Every single day, from the moment you open your eyes, a battle begins. A battle unlike any other. There's no grand arena, no loud cheering crowd, and no flashing lights. Yet, this is the most important battle you will ever fight. It's not a battle against the world, your circumstances, or anyone else. It's you versus you. On one side stands the weaker version of you, the one who seeks comfort, avoids challenges, and makes excuses. The one who says, "I can't," or "it's too hard," or "maybe tomorrow." The version of you that tells yourself that you're not ready yet, that the task is too difficult, or that you deserve to relax. The one who waits for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect set of circumstances before taking action. This version of you lives in the shadows of doubt and fear. It's the part of you that wants things handed to you, that believes success should come easily, and that the road to greatness should be smooth and effortless. But the truth is, the path to success is never easy. It's not paved with guarantees or promises. It's carved by those who are willing to endure the struggle, who are ready to face challenges head on, and who understand that every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. On the other side stands the stronger version of you, the one who knows your true potential, your untapped power, and your divine purpose. The one who refuses to quit, no matter how tough the road gets. The one who understands that every sacrifice made today is an investment in a brighter tomorrow. The version of you who believes in hard work, perseverance, and commitment. The version of you who chooses to show up, even when the world says it's easier to stay home. This stronger version of you doesn't look for shortcuts. It doesn't look for excuses. It looks for solutions, for growth, and for opportunities to push beyond its current limits. This version of you has the courage to take action when everyone else is still waiting for things to change. It takes risks when others are playing it safe. It steps into the unknown when others shrink back. And every single day, you decide which version of yourself will win. Here's a truth that many people don't want to hear. Nobody owes you anything. Not success, not happiness, not fulfillment. The world doesn't owe you anything. Life doesn't come with a guarantee of success or happiness. If you want something, if you want to achieve your dreams, fulfill your potential, and live a life that matters, you have to earn it. This isn't about the hand you were dealt, the mistakes you've made, or the circumstances that you face. This is about your willingness to take control of your life. Your willingness to take responsibility for where you are and where you want to go. The truth is, life is unfair, but that's not an excuse to settle. That's not an excuse to give up. That's not an excuse to blame others or make excuses. Life's unfairness is your opportunity to rise above, to prove to yourself that you are stronger than any obstacle, that you can push through anything that stands in your way. Yes, you will face setbacks. Yes, you will face challenges. You'll face days when you want to quit. But the truth is, the greatest obstacle you will ever face is you. It's not the economy, your upbringing, or someone else's opinion of you. It's not the mistakes you've made in the past. The greatest obstacle is the version of you that tells yourself, "I'm not good enough." It's the version of you that chooses to stay in your comfort zone because it's easier than stepping into the unknown. It's the version of you that holds onto fear, doubt, and insecurities instead of embracing the possibility of greatness. But here's the most important news. You hold the solution. You hold the power to change your life. The moment you stop blaming the world and take full responsibility for your actions is the moment everything changes. The moment you decide that no one can control your destiny but you is the moment you begin to reclaim your life. Because here's the undeniable truth. You are in control. You decide how far you'll go, how hard you'll work, and how much you'll grow. You are the one who will determine the trajectory of your life. Every single day, you're faced with a simple, yet profound test. It's not a test you take in a classroom. It's not graded by a teacher. It doesn't come with a report card or a gold star. It's called the mirror test. When you look at yourself in the mirror, can you honestly say, I gave it my all today? Can you look at yourself and say, I did everything I could to become a better version of myself? Can you say, I worked harder, pushed further, and made choices that moved me closer to my goals? The mirror doesn't lie. It doesn't care about your excuses, your intentions, or your circumstances. It reflects the raw, unfiltered truth. It shows you the person you are right now, but it also shows you the person you could become. And every single day, you have a choice. Will you be proud of the reflection staring back at you? Or will you look away, knowing that you could have done more, tried harder, or been better? This isn't about being perfect. It's not about achieving everything all at once. It's about progress. It's about taking steps, even small ones every single day, to move closer to the person you were meant to be. It's about showing up, no matter how you feel, and giving it your all. Some people spend their entire lives looking for someone to blame. It's my boss's fault I'm not successful. It's my parents' fault I didn't have a better start. It's the system's fault I can't get ahead. Stop. Just stop. Because the truth is, the only thing holding you back is you. It's the version of you that says, I'll start tomorrow. It's the version of you that chooses Netflix over the gym, comfort over growth, and fear over action. If you want to win the battle of life, you have to defeat that version of yourself. You have to outwork, outthink, and outlast the weaker version of you. You have to make the tough decisions that others avoid. You have to choose the hard path when it's easier to take the easy one. You have to face the challenges head-on, even when you don't feel like it, and it won't happen overnight. This is not a one-time battle. This is a battle you fight every single day. Transformation doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It doesn't come from a lucky break or a single decision. Transformation happens in the small moments. It's choosing to wake up early instead of hitting snooze. It's choosing to push through when you feel like giving up. It's choosing to do the work even when no one is watching. It's choosing to invest in your future, even when the present feels uncomfortable. These small wins might seem insignificant in the moment, but they are the foundation of greatness. Every time you make a choice to do the right thing, even when it's hard, you are building the discipline, strength, and mindset required for success. These moments add up. Over time, these small decisions compound, and you'll look back to see how far you've come. But here's the truth. Growth is uncomfortable. It's messy. It's hard. That's why so many people avoid it. They quit the gym because it's easier to stay on the couch. They stay in jobs they hate because it feels safer than taking a risk. They give up on their dreams because chasing them means facing rejection, failure, and disappointment. But discomfort is the price of growth. Every time you push through discomfort, whether it's a tough workout, a difficult conversation, or a challenging task, you are proving to yourself that you are stronger than you think. You are proving that you have the ability to overcome anything that stands in your way. So don't run from discomfort. Embrace it. Lean into it. Because on the other side of discomfort is everything you've ever wanted. On the other side of fear is freedom. On the other side of doubt is belief. On the other side of hard work is success. Fear is a liar. It tells you to play small, to stay safe, and to avoid discomfort. It tells you that the risk is too great and the cost too high. But fear only has power over you when you let it. The only way to overcome fear is to face it. Take the first step. Even if your knees are shaking, take the step. Lean into the discomfort, even when it feels overwhelming. Every time you face fear head-on, you weaken its grip on you. Every time you confront it, you grow stronger. And with each victory, you become braver, more resilient, and more unstoppable. At the end of your life, what will you leave behind? What stories will people tell about you? Your legacy isn't about fame or fortune. It's not about the number of followers you have or the money in your bank account. Your legacy is about the impact you make on the world, the lives you touch, and the example you set. It's about the person you become in the process of chasing your dreams. And your legacy starts right now. It starts with the choices you make today. So don't just prove yourself to yourself. Inspire others. Show the world what's possible when someone refuses to give up. Create a ripple effect that encourages others to take action, to pursue their dreams, and to face their own battles with courage and conviction. Every day you have a choice, to stay the same or to grow, to let fear hold you back or to push forward despite it, to settle for less or to strive for greatness. Why not you? Why not now? This is your journey. This is your battle. You versus you. And every day you have the opportunity to become a better version of yourself, to rise higher, push harder, and never give up. So now go. Prove yourself to yourself. Prove that you are unstoppable. Prove that you are worthy of the greatness that lies ahead. Life isn't always a battle fought with swords, shields, guns, or missiles. For most of us, the greatest war we will ever fight is not on a battlefield, but within our own minds. It is a silent war, one that rages every single day. A war against doubt, against fear, against procrastination and laziness. A war against the voices that whisper, "You're not good enough. You can't do this. You'll never make it." This battle is fought in the quietest of moments, when you are alone with your thoughts, when you are laying awake at night, when you stand at the crossroads of choice and possibility. It's fought when you wake up early and question whether it's worth it to get up or to give in to the temptation of staying under the covers. It is fought when you face the immense pressure to succeed and yet feel so deeply uncertain. It's fought when you look around at others living seemingly perfect lives and wonder why you can't measure up. The most insidious part of this battle is that it is often invisible. It doesn't come with a grand proclamation or dramatic moment. It's not a fiery confrontation with an obvious enemy. It's the subtle, silent presence of doubt that makes you hesitate. The quiet whisper that convinces you that you'll never be enough. It comes when you are at your most vulnerable, when the distractions of life seem overwhelming, when the voices in your head seem more real than the possibilities that lie ahead. But here's the hard truth. This war is winnable. The greatest warriors are not those who conquer with swords or weapons. They are those who conquer the battlefield within. They are the ones who keep going, even when their minds are telling them to stop. They are the ones who rise above the voices of self-doubt and push through the pain of uncertainty. They do not run from fear. They walk directly into it. And in that courage, in that decision to fight, they grow stronger. Every time you choose to confront your fear, you win. Every time you reject the thoughts that tell you you're not good enough, you make a small but crucial victory. It is in these moments when you feel the weakest that you are actually building your greatest strength. You've heard the phrase, "You are your own worst enemy." But have you ever truly considered what that means? No external force, no person, no situation, no obstacle can hold you back more than your own mind. The biggest barrier between you and your dreams is the voice inside your head, the one that tells you that you can't do something, the one that reminds you of every time you failed in the past, the one that urges you to stay in your comfort zone. That voice is your greatest adversary, but it is also the one that can be silenced. This is the paradox of the war within. The only way to win is by learning to quiet the very voice that's trying to defeat you. And you do this not by being passive, not by avoiding the fight, but by taking action in the face of it. You don't fight against your fear with more fear. You fight it with action. You take the first step, even when you're scared. You move forward, even when you don't feel ready. You act, even when you feel like you might fail. Every time you take that action, no matter how small, you are weakening the hold fear has over you. The truth is that the voices of doubt, fear, and insecurity are not real threats. They are illusions. They are part of your mind's defense mechanism designed to protect you from discomfort. But in doing so, they also protect you from greatness. Fear tells you to stay where it's comfortable, to avoid the risks, to avoid the struggle. But real growth happens only when you step outside of your comfort zone. Fear is a liar. It tells you that the risk isn't worth it, that you'll fail, that you'll never make it. But the more you confront it, the more you realize that failure is never final, and that the only true failure is to never try at all. If the war is within, then your armor is discipline. Discipline is the quiet force that keeps you going, even when motivation is nowhere to be found. Motivation is fleeting. It's a spark, a burst of energy that can ignite a moment, but it doesn't last forever. But discipline is what carries you through the long haul. It's the commitment to show up even when you don't feel like it. It's the dedication to do the work, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching. Discipline is the choice to do the right thing, not because it's easy, but because it's what you've committed to. And with discipline comes consistency. Every small disciplined action you take, every small step in the direction of your dreams, compounds over time. You may not see the fruits of your labor right away, but every action is a seed planted in the soil of your future. The smallest efforts done consistently will lead to massive transformation. But discipline is not just about the action you take. It's about the thoughts you cultivate. Just as you must build physical habits, you must also build mental habits. You must reprogram your mind to think in a way that supports your growth rather than your defeat. You must recognize the voice of self-doubt for what it is and replace it with the truth. You are capable. You are strong. You are worthy of success. The words you speak to yourself matter. The language you use shapes your reality. When you tell yourself, "I can't do this," you've already set up a barrier. When you tell yourself, "I am failing," you've already decided to give up. But when you choose words of affirmation, words of possibility, you shift your mindset. "I can't" becomes "I am learning." "I am failing" becomes "I am growing." These small shifts in language are small but powerful victories. They begin to rewire your brain, to retrain your thoughts. Your words are your armor. They shape how you view the world and how you approach challenges. Speak words that empower you, not words that defeat you. And just as language is important, so too is resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after setbacks, to learn from mistakes, to keep going despite the challenges. It is what allows you to recover when life knocks you down, and to keep standing even when everything seems to be falling apart. The most successful people are not the ones who avoid failure. They are the ones who refuse to quit. Resilience is the fuel that propels you through the storms. Purpose is your compass in this battle. Without purpose, the war becomes aimless. Without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to get lost in the struggle. But when you are connected to something bigger than yourself, when you know why you are fighting, everything changes. Purpose is what makes every battle worth fighting. It gives you the strength to keep going when things get tough. It reminds you that the war is not about you. It's about what you are fighting for. Your purpose is a beacon that guides you through the darkest of days. When you are feeling discouraged, when you want to give up, your purpose will be there, lighting your path. Take time to discover what truly matters to you, what drives you, what makes you willing to fight. When you know your purpose, you will fight with a fierceness that cannot be shaken. And then there is momentum. Momentum is the ally you need to keep moving forward. It starts with one small step, one small decision to take action. Once that first step is taken, the momentum builds, the energy grows, and suddenly, the struggle doesn't seem so daunting. The key is to keep moving, even when the road is unclear. Don't wait for perfect conditions to act. Take the first step, and then the next, and keep going. Momentum is the key that unlocks the door to success. It's the gradual but unstoppable force that pushes you through obstacles and challenges. Gratitude is your secret weapon in this war. When everything feels overwhelming, when the challenges feel insurmountable, gratitude helps you keep perspective. It reminds you that there is always something to be thankful for, even in the toughest times. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. It allows you to find peace in the midst of chaos, strength in the midst of struggle. It is the lens through which you can see the beauty of your journey, even when the path is rocky. No one is coming to save you. The responsibility to win this battle is yours. The war is within you, but so is the strength to overcome it. No one else can fight this battle for you. You must become the hero of your own story. You must show up for yourself, even when it's hard. Every choice, every action, every step forward is a victory. And as you win small victories, you grow. You become stronger. You become unstoppable. You were born to conquer. You were born to win. The war is inside you, but so is the power to defeat it. Now go. Conquer. Your victory is waiting. The alarm rings. The world is still asleep. The sky is dark, and your bed feels warm, safe, inviting you to stay just a little longer. This is the moment where most people give in, but this is also the moment where champions are made. Because the 5 a.m. mindset isn't just about waking up early, it's about waking up to your potential. While the rest of the world sleeps, you rise, not just from your bed, but into the life you've always dreamed of. This is where transformation begins. This is where you separate yourself from the crowd. Every day, people wake up at the same time, do the same things, and wonder why their life never changes. But change doesn't happen by waiting. Change happens the moment you decide that your excuses no longer serve you. At 5 a.m., the world is quiet. No notifications, no distractions, no one pulling you in a million directions. Just you and your goals. Just you and the decision to be better than you were yesterday. Think about how many days have slipped away because you started them on autopilot, rushing out of bed, checking your phone, scrolling mindlessly, letting time control you instead of the other way around. But when you adopt the 5 a.m. mindset, you take control. You give yourself an unfair advantage. By the time most people wake up, you've already won half the battle. You've already trained your body, fed your mind, or worked on your dream. The 5 a.m. mindset isn't just about being early. It's about being intentional. Waking up early forces you to live with purpose. It forces you to plan, to prioritize, to execute. And if you can win the morning, you can win the day. It won't be easy. Your body will resist. Your mind will whisper, just a little longer. It will tell you that you deserve more sleep, that one more snooze won't hurt. But comfort is a trap. Comfort is the enemy of progress. Growth, success, transformation, those don't come from doing what's easy. They come from doing what's hard. And waking up at 5 a.m. is hard. But here's the secret. Hard is where the magic happens. Every time you hit snooze, you're telling yourself that your dreams can wait. Every time you stay in bed, you're giving your fears more power than your future. But when you rise, when you push through the resistance, you send a message to yourself, I am worth it. My goals are worth it. Yes, it will hurt at first. Change always does. But that pain, that's progress. That's you breaking free from the chains of mediocrity. See that discomfort not as suffering, but as evolution. Every early morning is a brick laid on the path to greatness. Every 5 a.m. wake-up is a promise kept to yourself. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes. And the best way to train it? Start your day with discipline. When you wake up at 5 a.m., you tell your brain who's in charge. You're not letting your feelings dictate your actions. You're building resilience. Imagine this. You wake up at 5 a.m. You don't feel like it, but you do it anyway. You drink a glass of water, stretch, and hit the gym. By 6 a.m., you've already done more than most people will do all day. That energy, that momentum, it's unstoppable. And here's the best part, that discipline bleeds into everything else. You'll find it easier to stick to your commitments, focus on your work, push through challenges, because discipline isn't just about waking up early. It's about taking control of your entire life. One early morning won't change your life, but 1,000 will. The 5 a.m. mindset isn't about one heroic effort. It's about showing up every single day. Consistency beats intensity. You don't have to wake up and conquer the world in one morning. You just need to wake up and take one step forward. Think of it like planting seeds. Every morning you wake up early, you're planting a seed. You won't see results overnight. But over time, those seeds grow into something extraordinary. Success isn't an event, it's a process. It's the accumulation of small, consistent actions over time. And every 5 a.m. wake-up is part of that process. Excuses will come. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. It's too cold. But excuses are nothing more than lies we tell ourselves to stay comfortable. And comfort never built anything great. Every time you hear that voice of doubt, use it as fuel. Turn "I'm too tired" into "I'm getting stronger." Turn "I'll start tomorrow" into "I'm starting now." Turn "it's too cold" into "I'm tougher than the weather." Because at the end of the day, you have to ask yourself one thing. Do I want comfort or do I want growth? You can't have both. When you embrace the 5 a.m. mindset, you gain more than just an early start. You gain time to work on yourself, time to focus on your goals, time to think, to plan, to grow. You gain clarity. The stillness of the early morning allows you to connect with yourself, to reflect, to dream bigger than you ever have before. You gain confidence. Knowing that you're doing what most people won't gives you an unshakable sense of pride and self-respect. But most importantly, you gain control. Control over your time, your habits, your future. You stop reacting to life and start creating it. The 5 a.m. mindset isn't just a habit, it's a lifestyle. It's a commitment to being better every single day. Momentum is everything. When you wake up at 5 a.m., day after day, you create a cycle of productivity and achievement. It's like pushing a heavy boulder. The first push is the hardest, but once it starts rolling, it gets easier and faster. And that momentum, it carries you through everything else in life. Start small. Maybe the first day you wake up at 6 a.m. instead of 5. Then the next week, push it back by 15 minutes. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. With every early wake-up, you're proving to yourself that you can do hard things. And when you believe that, when you truly understand that, you become unstoppable. Motivation comes and goes. It's fleeting, unreliable. But mindset? Mindset is forever. The 5 a.m. mindset isn't about waiting to feel ready. It's about taking action despite how you feel. It's about understanding that the choices you make today shape the person you become tomorrow. The truth is, most successful people don't feel motivated every day. They're tired, they're stressed, they have doubts, but they still show up. because they don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. They rely on the identity they've built. This is who I am. This is what I do. Adopting the 5 a.m. mindset means deciding right now that you are the kind of person who wakes up early, who works hard, who never gives up. This isn't just something you do, it's who you are. This is your wake-up call, literally. The life you want isn't waiting for you in your bed. It's waiting for you the moment you decide to rise and claim it. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for someone else to push you. Be your own motivation. Push yourself. Because the sun doesn't wait for permission to rise, and neither should you. Tomorrow morning, when your alarm rings, remember this. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Wake up, rise up, own your day. The 5 a.m. mindset is calling you. Will you answer? Every journey begins with a single step, a simple truth, yet one that often gets lost amidst the noise of our fears, insecurities, and doubts. We all dream of achieving something extraordinary, of conquering challenges, reaching lofty goals, and transforming into the best versions of ourselves. But too often, we stand frozen at the edge of possibility, paralyzed by the belief that we're not ready, that we need more time, more resources, or more certainty before we begin. The most significant part of any journey is the first step. We hear it all the time, yet how often do we truly grasp its power? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and it's the same with every endeavor we wish to pursue. That first step might seem insignificant, even small, but it's the moment that sets everything into motion. It's the act of stepping forward, of committing to move, even if the path ahead is unclear. The hardest part isn't taking the first step, it's summoning the courage to take it at all. Here's the raw, unfiltered truth. The only thing you need to start is the willingness to take that first step. You don't need perfection. You don't need a flawless plan or a detailed map for the entire journey. You need courage, the courage to begin where you are, with what you have. Because every step forward, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. And with every step, the next one becomes a little easier, a little clearer, and a little more certain. We often wait for the perfect moment to begin. We tell ourselves that we'll start when things are aligned, when the timing is right, when we feel more confident, when we have all the tools we think we need. But the reality is, the perfect moment doesn't exist. There's no such thing as being perfectly ready. Readiness is a myth we create in our minds, a trap that keeps us from taking action. The truth is that we are all more capable than we give ourselves credit for. And all we need to begin is the willingness to take that leap of faith, trusting that we can learn and grow as we go. You might feel inadequate right now. You might think you're unprepared, that you lack the skills, the tools, or the support to chase your dreams. That inner voice, the one insisting you're not enough, may feel deafening. But let me remind you, everything you need is already within you. Your potential is vast, waiting to be discovered. Your strength is unyielding, waiting to be tested. And your journey? It's patiently waiting for you to take that first transformative step. We often look at successful people and imagine they had an advantage, more talent, better opportunities, or sheer luck. We admire their accomplishments and assume they had everything handed to them on a silver platter. But the truth is far less glamorous. Most of the people we admire started just like you, uncertain, unprepared, and unsure of what lay ahead. They didn't wait for perfect conditions because they understood something crucial. Perfection is an illusion. They embraced the messy, imperfect reality of starting anyway, and that made all the difference. Success isn't built on the illusion of perfection. It's built on the willingness to start, to take imperfect action, and to learn along the way. Every successful person you admire faced their own doubts, struggles, and setbacks. But what made them successful wasn't the absence of fear or uncertainty. It was their ability to push through it, to take action despite it, and to keep going when things got tough. They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They created the perfect moment by starting. The greatest tragedy isn't failure. It's never starting at all. Every moment spent hesitating is a moment you could have used to build, grow, and learn. Every day you delay is a missed opportunity. Time is a precious, finite resource, and the cost of inaction far outweighs the risk of failure. Every moment you spend waiting for the right time is a moment lost. The right time will never come. The only time you have is now. How long have you been waiting? How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," or "I'll begin when I feel ready"? How many times have you put off your dreams because you didn't feel prepared enough, confident enough, or good enough? Now take a moment to imagine where you could be today if you had started the first time the idea crossed your mind. Imagine the progress you could have made, the lessons you could have learned, and the growth you could have experienced. The truth is, you don't need to be perfectly prepared to start. You just need to begin. The idea of readiness is seductive. It whispers promises of certainty and comfort. But readiness is a myth. There's no magical moment when you'll suddenly feel prepared. Confidence isn't something you find before you start. It's something you build along the way. Confidence is forged in the fire of action. It's created through experience, through the willingness to face the unknown, and through the courage to keep going even when things aren't easy. The path ahead may not be clear. You might not see the whole staircase from where you stand. But here's the thing. You don't need to. All you need is the courage to take the next step. You don't need to see the whole journey. You just need to see the next step and then take it. That's how every journey begins, one step at a time. You don't need to know every detail. You don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to trust that each step will reveal the next, and that with each step, you'll get closer to where you want to go. Starting isn't just an action, it's a mindset. It's a deliberate choice to silence the doubts that say, "You're not enough," and to believe that you are capable of figuring things out, even when the road gets tough. Challenges will come, and obstacles will arise. But every challenge is an opportunity to grow. Every obstacle a chance to become stronger. Failure? It's not the opposite of success. It's an integral part of the process. The only true failure is never starting. Failure isn't something to be feared. It's a natural part of the journey. Every successful person has faced failure, but what sets them apart is their ability to learn from it, to rise after each setback, and to keep going. Failure is simply feedback. It's an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to grow. Every time you fail, you gain valuable insights that bring you closer to your goal. The more you fail, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the closer you get to success. One of the greatest traps we fall into is comparison. We look at people who seem further along and feel inadequate. We compare our beginnings to someone else's middle, our chapter 1 to their chapter 20. But remember this, their journey is not yours. Their timeline is not your timeline. Every master was once a beginner. Every expert started as a novice. And every great achievement began with someone who decided to start, despite their fears and doubts. Stop comparing yourself to others. Instead, focus on your own growth, your own progress, and your own journey. Celebrate your small wins, because each one is a step forward. Don't let the success of others diminish your own. You are on your own path, and it's unique to you. Your journey will unfold at its own pace, and it will be filled with its own set of challenges and triumphs. Trust that the steps you take today are building the foundation for your future success. Big dreams can feel overwhelming, like mountains too high to climb. But here's the secret. Success isn't built in giant leaps. It's constructed through small, consistent actions. Each tiny step forward is a building block. Each small victory is proof that you're on the right path. Don't be intimidated by the size of your dreams. Break them down into smaller, manageable steps and take action on each one. Progress is progress, no matter how small it may seem. Think of your journey as planting a seed. At first, you see nothing but soil. You water it, nurture it, and trust the process. Slowly, a sprout emerges. Over time, with care and persistence, it grows into something extraordinary. Your dreams are no different. Each action, no matter how small, is a seed. With patience and effort, those seeds will flourish into something remarkable. Trust the process, even when it feels slow. The growth you're seeking will come, one small step at a time. Resilience isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you cultivate. It's the strength to keep going when things get tough. It's built every time you face a setback and rise again, proving to yourself that you are stronger than any obstacle. Resilience transforms failures into lessons and setbacks into comebacks. It's the ability to bounce back stronger after every challenge, to face adversity with courage, and to keep moving forward, no matter what. But there's a thief lurking in the shadows of every dream. Its name is procrastination. It whispers lies, convincing you to wait for the right time or the perfect moment. But the right time doesn't exist. The perfect moment is a trap. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is now. Don't let fear hold you back from becoming the person you're meant to be. The world is waiting for your unique gifts, your ideas, your contributions. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to begin. Starting creates momentum, and momentum carries you forward, even on days when motivation falters. The hardest part is always the beginning. Once you take that first step, everything else will begin to fall into place. Action fuels progress. Progress builds confidence. Confidence inspires more action. It's a powerful, self-sustaining cycle, and it all begins with that first step. Within you lies infinite potential. You have the power to create, to achieve, and to make an impact. But potential without action is wasted. Dreams are meant to be pursued, not just imagined. So take that first step today. No matter how small, no matter how uncertain, no matter how scared you might feel, take it. Because everything you need is already within you. Your potential is boundless, your strength is unwavering, and your journey is yours to shape. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. The time is now. Take the leap. Start where you are. Use what you have. And watch as the world rises to meet your effort. You've got this. Now go make it happen. Every single moment, a decision is waiting for you. It's not loud or obvious. It doesn't announce itself with a grand declaration or a flashing neon sign. It whispers, soft and subtle, like a breeze that you can almost ignore. It sneaks up on you in the quiet seconds of your day, often when you least expect it. Do you take action, or do you let the moment slip by? Do you rise to the occasion, or do you retreat into the comfort of an excuse? These decisions are not just small choices. They are the building blocks of your future. You see, life is made up of these moments, these decisions that come in the form of small, seemingly insignificant choices, and yet they hold immense power. Every choice, every moment is a reflection of who you are and who you're becoming. The truth is, your life isn't determined by the big dramatic events that everyone sees. It's shaped by these quiet, everyday decisions that no one notices. And here's the truth. Life isn't easy. It's not meant to be. Challenges are a part of life's design. They exist to push you, to stretch you, to force you to grow beyond your current limitations. They test your character, your willpower, and your determination, and that's exactly why you need to embrace them, because within every challenge, every obstacle, every moment of struggle lies an opportunity, a chance to grow, a chance to build strength, a chance to prove to yourself that you're capable of far more than you've ever imagined. You're capable of things you've never even dreamed of. But opportunities don't come wrapped in a pretty package. They don't come with a bow on top, all neat and tidy. They come disguised as hard work, sweat, tears, late nights, and early mornings. They come wrapped in the form of failures, rejections, and setbacks. But most people miss them. Why? Because excuses are easier. Excuses are comfortable. They're like a cozy blanket that keeps you warm when the world is cold. They let you off the hook. They whisper in your ear, "It's okay to wait until tomorrow. It's okay to stay in your comfort zone. It's okay to let this moment pass by." But here's the thing about excuses. They may comfort you in the short term, but they cost you dearly in the long run. Excuses rob you of your potential. They steal your progress. They keep you stuck in the same place day after day, year after year. They trap you in a cycle of mediocrity, where nothing changes, nothing improves, and nothing grows. You wake up to the same problems, the same disappointments, the same stagnation, and every year you tell yourself that next year will be different, but it never is. But you were not made for mediocrity. You were made for greatness. You were made to rise above the excuses, to break free from the chains of fear, doubt, and procrastination. You were made to push past your limitations, to exceed expectations, and to prove to yourself that you're capable of achieving extraordinary things. You were designed for greatness, but greatness doesn't just happen. It's something you have to fight for. It's something you have to work for. It's something you have to earn, one decision at a time. But in order to do that, there's one fundamental truth you need to understand. Time is your greatest asset. Time is the one thing you can never get back. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how many connections you make, or how many opportunities come your way. Time is the one resource that is finite. It's the great equalizer. Every single person on this planet, whether they're rich, poor, famous, or unknown, gets the same 24 hours in a day. No one gets more time. No one gets less. Time is a gift, and how you choose to spend it will determine the life you live. The difference between those who achieve greatness and those who settle for mediocrity isn't how much time they have. It's how they use the time they've been given. You have 86,400 seconds every single day. That's the same amount of time as the most successful people in the world. Every morning, you wake up with a fresh deposit of time in your account. How you spend it is up to you. You can spend it on things that bring you closer to your dreams, or you can waste it on distractions that keep you stuck. Think about that for a second. You have 86,400 seconds, and at the end of the day, the seconds you didn't use are gone. They're lost. There are no refunds. There's no next time for the time you didn't use, the time you wasted, the moments you let slip by. The world is full of distractions. Social media, Netflix, YouTube, endless scrolling, endless noise. It's all designed to steal your time. It's easy to get caught up in it. Hours pass, and you have nothing to show for it. You tell yourself that you'll get back to it tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. But winners don't let this happen. They guard their time fiercely. They understand that every second counts. Imagine this. Your time is like a bank account. Every day you're given 86,400 seconds. Every night, whatever you didn't use is gone. No rollovers, no refunds. It's gone. Forever. You can't get those seconds back. So how are you spending them? Are you investing it in your growth, your dreams, your future? Or are you wasting it on distractions, excuses, and things that don't matter? Winners understand that success isn't built in a day. It's built moment by moment, decision by decision, action by action. And that's why every single moment matters. Because it's in those moments, those decisions, that your future is shaped. But let's be real. We all know what stops most people from moving forward. Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of looking foolish. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of being judged. But here's what winners understand. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Failure is a part of success. Every successful person you admire, every person who has achieved greatness, has failed. Probably more times than you can count. And they didn't let it stop them. They didn't let it define them. They didn't quit when things got tough. They learned from it. They grew from it. They used failure as fuel to push even harder. Think about Thomas Edison. He failed over 1,000 times before he invented the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I haven't failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset of a winner. Winners don't fear failure. They embrace it. They see it as an opportunity to learn, to grow, to get better. Failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success. Without failure, there is no progress. Winners understand that every setback is just a setup for a comeback. Every failure is a lesson. Every obstacle is an opportunity to get stronger. When they fall, they don't stay down. They get back up. They keep moving forward. But losers let failure define them. They see failure as proof that they're not good enough, that they should quit, that they'll never succeed. And so, they stay where they are, safe but stuck. So what's holding you back? Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's doubt. Maybe it's the belief that you're not ready. But let me tell you something. You'll never feel ready. Readiness is a myth. If you wait until you feel ready, you'll be waiting forever. The perfect moment will never come. The conditions will never be just right. You will always have doubts, always have fears, always have reasons to hold back. Winners don't wait for the perfect moment. They create the perfect moment. They take action, even when they're scared. They take the first step, even when the path ahead is unclear. They know that action creates momentum, and momentum creates progress. But action alone isn't enough. You need discipline. Motivation is powerful, but it's fleeting. It's easy to feel motivated for a day or two, but what happens when the excitement fades? What happens when the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and you'd rather stay in bed? Winners don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. Discipline is what separates winners from everyone else. It's the ability to show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. It's doing the work, even when it's hard. It's pushing through the pain, the discomfort, and the resistance. Discipline is what turns dreams into reality. But discipline requires sacrifice. You can't have it all. You can't spend your nights binge-watching TV and expect to achieve your goals. You can't waste your weekends partying and expect to make progress. Every choice you make is a trade-off. Winners understand this. They know that success requires sacrifice. Maybe it's sacrificing your time, your energy, or your comfort. Maybe it's sacrificing your short-term pleasure for long-term success. But they don't see sacrifice as a burden. They see it as an investment. They know that the short-term pain of discipline is worth the long-term rewards. And let's talk about excuses. We've all made them. I don't have time. I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow. They sound reasonable, don't they? But here's the truth. Excuses are lies. Lies we tell ourselves to feel better about not taking action. Don't have time? Wake up an hour earlier. Cut out the things that don't matter. Don't have the skills? Start learning. In today's world, there's no excuse for not starting. The resources you need are right at your fingertips: books, courses, mentors, podcasts, YouTube. There is no reason you can't start right now. Winners don't make excuses, they find solutions. At the end of the day, your life is your story. Every choice you make, every action you take, adds another chapter to that story. What kind of story are you writing? Will it be a story of excuses and missed opportunities? Or will it be a story of triumph, resilience, and relentless pursuit of greatness? The clock is ticking. The world won't wait for you. The question is, will you make time for your dreams, or will you make excuses? The choice is yours. Start now. Rise above the excuses. Embrace the challenges, and create the life you were always meant to live. Be a winner. The clock is ticking. Imagine this: the entire world standing against you. Every face turned in opposition, every hand pointing at you, every voice doubting you. It's a lonely, crushing place to be. But there's something they don't understand about people like us. When the world turns hostile, when the odds are stacked sky high, when every road is blocked, that's when we come alive. That's when we thrive. Because here's the truth: if the world is against me, the world will lose. Picture a warrior, alone on a battlefield, surrounded by thousands of enemies. The warrior has no reinforcements, no escape, and no guarantees of survival. Most people would call it hopeless. But the warrior doesn't see it that way. They don't focus on the overwhelming numbers. They focus on their next move, their next strike, their next victory. Because they know something most people don't. Victory isn't about odds. It's about will. This isn't just a metaphor. It's your life. The world will test you. It will throw obstacles in your path, betray your trust, and laugh at your dreams. But here's the thing: the world doesn't get to decide your story. You do. And if you decide that nothing will stop you, then nothing will. History is filled with stories of people who stood against the world and won. Think about it. Muhammad Ali. When Ali declared himself the greatest, the world laughed. But he didn't let the laughter stop him. He trained harder, fought smarter, and proved his greatness in the ring, time and time again. He didn't just fight his opponents. He fought the entire narrative the world had created about him. And he won. Harriet Tubman. Born into slavery, she had every reason to give up, to accept her circumstances, to stay silent. But she didn't. She fought against a system designed to crush her, leading hundreds to freedom and becoming a symbol of courage and resilience. She didn't just survive, she triumphed. David Goggins. Told he wasn't good enough, strong enough, or smart enough. Overweight, struggling, and stuck in a dead-end job, Goggins could have given up. But he didn't. He became a Navy SEAL, an ultramarathon runner, and a symbol of what's possible when you refuse to quit. What do all these people have in common? They didn't just survive their struggles, they dominated them. They looked the world in the eye and said, "You're not strong enough to break me. Let's get personal." Have you ever felt like the world was against you? Like no matter what you do, it's never enough? Like every step forward is met with 10 steps back? That feeling isn't unique, it's universal. But what separates the winners from the losers is how they respond to it. When the world doubts you, you have two choices. You can let it define you, or you can let it drive you. And if you're listening to this, I already know which choice you'll make. You'll let it drive you. You'll use every doubt, every insult, every rejection as fuel. You'll turn their negativity into your power, their disbelief into your determination. Life isn't a calm, sunny day. It's a storm, a relentless, merciless storm that will test your limits. And storms don't care about your comfort or your plans. They don't care about fairness or feelings. They exist to challenge you, to break you, to see what you're made of. But here's the thing. storms also forge us. They strip away the unnecessary, the weak, the superficial. They leave behind something stronger, sharper, and more resilient. They leave behind the version of you that's capable of taking on the world. Think about a diamond. It starts as a lump of coal buried deep underground. It doesn't become a diamond through comfort or ease. It becomes a diamond through pressure, unimaginable pressure. That's what the storms of life are for. They're not here to destroy you. They're here to reveal you. Pain is a part of life. It's unavoidable. But pain isn't the enemy. It's the teacher. It's the fire that burns away weakness and leaves behind strength. Take a moment and think about the most painful experiences of your life. The heartbreaks, the failures, the betrayals. They hurt, didn't they? But they also taught you something. They taught you how to endure, how to adapt, how to fight back. They didn't break you. They built you. David Goggins talks about this all the time. He calls it callousing the mind. Just like your hands develop calluses through hard work, your mind develops calluses through hardship. Every time you push through pain, you're making yourself stronger. Every time you refuse to quit, you're building a mental armor that nothing can penetrate. Do you know what separates the winners from everyone else? It's not talent. It's not luck. It's not even opportunity. It's relentlessness. Winners don't stop when they're tired. They stop when they're done. They don't let obstacles slow them down. They smash through them. They don't let failures define them. They learn from them. They don't care how many times they fall because they know they'll rise every single time. You've got to be relentless. When the world pushes, you push back harder. When the world says no, you say yes. When the world doubts you, you show it exactly what you're capable of. This is your fight, and you don't stop until the world has no choice but to respect you. Everything starts in the mind. Your thoughts shape your actions, and your actions shape your reality. If you want to be unstoppable, you have to think like a champion. Here's how. Visualize success. See it. Feel it. Believe it. If you can't imagine yourself winning, you never will. Embrace discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you push past it. Stay focused. Distractions are everywhere, but champions don't lose sight of their goals. Your mindset is your most powerful weapon. Sharpen it, protect it, and use it to conquer whatever stands in your way. At the end of the day, this isn't just about proving the world wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about building a life so extraordinary that when you're gone, people will still be talking about you. Think about your heroes. Why do they inspire you? It's not just because of their achievements. It's because of their stories, their resilience, their ability to rise above the noise and leave a mark on the world. And guess what? You have the same potential, the same fire, the same ability to inspire others through your journey. So what legacy will you leave? Will it be one of regret or one of triumph? The choice is yours. The world will try to break you. It will test you, challenge you, and push you to your limits. But here's the thing. You were built for this. You were built to endure, to overcome, to rise. And no matter how hard the world pushes, you'll push back harder. So the next time you feel like the world is against you, remember this. You are the storm. You are the force that can't be stopped. And if the world wants a fight, it better be ready to lose. Now go out there and show the world what you're made of. Subscribe to Midnight Alpha for more hard-hitting motivation, and let's conquer the impossible together.